Hey, what's up, Christian Network Marketers community? Tasha here, and I have some tips for you on recruiting from Jesus. All right, so this is, for those of you that are new to the group, this is my Bible. This is the Leadership Bible. It's super old school. It's almost 20 years old. It's made by Zondervan, and it doesn't look this way anymore. But this really stood out to me this morning. I shared it with my client today at 9:30, and she loved it, and so I thought I would share it with you. Don't tell her that you're getting this without paying for one-on-one coaching, though, because, well, I know she'll be fine with that. Okay, so I want to share this with you. So this is Jesus's recruiting here. The calling of the first disciples. Luke 5, one day Jesus was standing on the lake of something with people crowded all around him listening to the word of God. He saw at the water's edge two boats left there by fishermen who were washing their nets. He got into one of the boats, the one belonging to Simon. So-and-so, what do we got here? And asked him to put out a little from shore. Then he sat down and taught the people from the boat. When he finished speaking, he said to Simon, "Put out into deep water and let down the nets for the catch." Simon answered, "Master, we worked hard all night, haven't caught anything, but because you say so, I will lay down the nets." When they had done so, they caught a large number of fish, and so their nets began to break. So they signaled their partners to the other boats to come and help them, and they came and filled both boats so full they began to sink. When Simon Peter saw this, he fell at Jesus' knees and said, "Go away from me, Lord, I am a sinful man." For he and all his companions were astonished at the catch of fish they had taken. And so were James and John, the sons of Zebedee, Simon's partners. Then Jesus said to Simon, "Don't be afraid. From now on, you will catch men." So they pulled their boats to shore, left everything, and followed him. So Jesus, boss, recruiter, let's deconstruct what led to the success. If you're watching this video, you probably know that doing Facebook Lives and videos and having no one comment makes people sad. So interact with me. If you're watching this live, if you're listening to the podcast later, then don't comment. I don't know how you would go about doing that. Okay, so tip number one, maybe it's 4 tips actually. Okay, so tip number one is in verse 3. He sat down and taught people from the boat. So the first thing that he did was he established credibility. He taught people. He added value to their lives. Hey, Tamara. Second tip, Jesus gave them a vision for something bigger than themselves and communicated in terms that he could understand. I mean, this is only 2 tips. I don't know. Sometimes, guys, on Wednesdays, I watch training videos and I have a glass of wine and I can't remember the difference between 2 and 3 tips. Okay, moving forward. So, second tip, he translated his vision into a vivid image which listeners could easily identify. So, this goes on to say, that he didn't talk about evangelism or spiritually impacting the Roman Empire. He didn't say, now let's go impact the Roman Empire, evangelize. He said, let's go be fishers of men. He used words that the fishermen would understand. And that is really, really important. And the third tip here is he promised to prepare them for the task. He would equip them to fulfill the vision. So tip number 1 is he established credibility, he taught people from the boat. Tip number 2, he used simple language. Tip number 3, he promised to equip them. And when I think about what it is that you all do in your network marketing business, and I just got off a phone call with a potential client, isn't it the same process? We teach, we invite in simple terms, and then the third piece of that is going to be to promise to equip them and actually to equip them. And I mean, I think that is network marketing recruiting in a nutshell. Last week, I think I asked some questions about vision, then I started traveling. So, one of the things that I teach my clients is a really simplified vision, something like, I'm creating a team of people who help others with blank, whatever that looks like. If I were to say, what do? I would say I'm creating a team of coaches who help network marketers grow their business. Really simple, something a fourth grader would understand. And just like for these fishermen, Jesus used very, very simple terms. So that really stood out to me. Today in my call with my client, we went through an outline, and I was pretty mean. I gutted everything that wasn't at the fourth grade level, because Jesus, that's how Jesus talked. He created that simple language and he communicated in that way. So that was pretty fun to be able to say, you can't use that term because let me tell you what Jesus did, which was awesome. And it was hilarious. And I think it will help your business if you follow those 3 tips. So those are my tips for today. I'm really curious to hear what you all think about that, and if that helps you. If you need help with, crafting all of that, then let me know. For those of you that are just joining in, 3 tips are build credibility through teaching. Second tip is to use simple language that the other person can understand. Third tip is equip them. So that's all for me today. It is past closing time. And I hope you guys are having an awesome, awesome day, an awesome week, and an awesome month. And I will chat with you guys soon. Bye.